This is Rugby Merlin and welcome back to the channel. Well, it's all kicked off after South Africa and Wales game last weekend. Of course, Eben had the rush of blood at the end of the game and stuck his thumb in Alex Mann's eye. And, looking at my video, I rewatched it. I didn't think that much of it, to be honest with you. Of course, I knew it was going to be a little bit of a ban, but it's absolutely blown up in the media and it's become one of the main talking points. Now, my own viewpoint on it is like Eben wasn't trying to pop his eye out of his socket, right? Which is what gouging originally came from, is that like actually trying to remove or take someone's sight, which used to happen back in the day, you know, and that is why it's so frowned upon now, you know, because that was actual level of hurt that you were taking beyond the game. But, you know, it was never in doubt that Eben was not trying to do that. But within the laws of the game as they exist now, he was in for a hefty ban. So the ban got decided and it was 12 weeks. And I had a lot of messages and I saw a lot of reports from the media, particularly the English media, saying how lenient it was. Now, for the English media, English pundits, I've got one thing to say to you, or two words to say to you: Owen Farrell. That guy coasted and got away. Like, I looked on ChatGPT, is it? How many red cards has Owen Farrell got? And even ChatGPT was confused. He was like, yeah, it says he has 3, but like 2 were rescinded and 1 was reduced to a yellow, but essentially he has 3, but it goes down to 0. I mean, come on. That guy was a serial offender, and yeah, he got dealt with very leniently by World Rugby. So yeah, the English boys just pipe down. You know, this is not your battle. And as for the Welsh media was one of the only places that I actually got the transcript of what Eben said at the trial. And I assume that it's true because it's in quotation marks. But this is a point that I have to make with the South Africans and with Eben, is like, he tried to say that it was an accident. You know, he like got into a tussle. It was a bit of argy-bargy, and you know, he put his hand on his face and his thumb accidentally slipped into his eye. Hey, come on, we all know that that's not true. So for that BS, for me, like, and this is historically proven, you know what I mean? It's established that he deserves a bit of an extra ban. So he did get 18 weeks reduced to 12 because of good behaviour. And let's be honest, he's been a great ambassador for the sport on and off the field. 140 tests, fantastic. Everyone loves Eben. Like, he's the gentle giant, right? At least now. In his younger days, as we all were, we were a bit fiery. But, you know, 6 weeks, yeah, reduction. First international red card, no problem. I got no problem with that at all. Down to 12. But trying to BS the panel, and then they rejected it in the end as well. That gives you an extra 6 weeks, because you have to have some morality in rugby, otherwise we're just the same as any other sport. So I would say 24 down to 18. That is my judgment. That's my verdict on the Eben incident. He should have got 18 weeks. And by the way, why are we still doing week span? You know what I mean? Week span. It's like it should be by game. And even is an idea. I don't know if it would work out, but if you get a red or a yellow in an international game, maybe it counts just for the internationals, and vice versa. You know, yeah, club ban is just for the club game. You know, that might work, but there we are. I also did do a little bit of research, into previous bans as well for gouging. And yeah, it's pretty, Eben's 12-week ban is pretty commensurate with what other players have received over the course of the past, like 20 years at least. There have been a few exceptions, like a 70-week ban for a French animal who stuck his finger, and he got gouged twice. Ferris, the back rower for Ireland, he got gouged twice against Stade Francais, and both players got like hefty bans, because there's a famous photo of the guy's finger. Why is it his finger? Oh, I don't know. Never a thumb. Thumb to me is always a gouge. Finger is a poke in the eye, right? You know what I mean? That's a John Jones tactic. But anyway, he got a 70-week ban, which was like severe. But part of the reason he got it, if you read up on it, is because he denied any knowledge of it. And he just gave him the fifth, like, oh, I'll refuse to say anything about it. And rugby, World Rugby at that point didn't take kindly to it. Was a man up and admitting what he did. And they like punished him, you know, because of that. But that's why I feel like Eben is, he missed a trick a little bit. If he had said, like, you know, I saw red, and yeah, I felt like the guy had done a similar thing to me. Whether he had or not, we don't know at this point. The video is inconclusive. And, you know, niggle on the floor, you know, yeah, when you're 70 points down, I wouldn't put it past him. But, you know, Eben has got to admit that. He's got to say, like, you know, I saw red and I wanted to get a bit of revenge. I stuck my thumb in his eye. I saw better of it, you know, and I pulled back, and yeah, and that was the end of it. You know, we all finished the game well, but he didn't do that. He said it was an accident. So I think that is, if rugby has anything, it's like the character of the players. Like, you know, I know it's not always upheld, you know, I know that better than anyone, but you know, at a certain sense, like, that's what we have to protect, that, you know. And I think Eben's defense was a little bit weak, so I think he should get a little bit of an extra ban. So as I said, 24 weeks, reduced by 8. What's that? 24 minus 8. No, so yeah, 12 plus 8. No, 18. You see me do math live, right? So 18 plus 8, 26. So 18-week ban. I think that would have been fair. No one would have batted an eyelid, but they brought it down. And I think they didn't even believe Eben's defense as well. So they accused him basically of lying, you know. So what's that about? I would take offense if you would really told the truth, and someone had accused you of lying. I would take offense to that too. So yeah, strange situation, but yeah, I don't think the English can really commentate on this one, and the Irish have been chirping in too as well. So obviously the rivalry between those countries is has like fired up the sparked up the fire a bit. But the Welsh basically, I think now at this point, they're just looking back and going, okay, you boys, you know, you get on with it, because nothing to do with us, but we've got bigger things to worry about. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and it's very interesting. Please let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.